All right, now we're getting into the area of a shaded region. So here I'm thinking about this problem as the shaded part is this grayed part. So let's say you have a sandbox in the playground and you need to fill the rest of that with wood chips. How much area would you need to cover with wood chips? Is that leftover grayed out part? Really, all that involves is taking the whole shape and minusing, subtracting out the parts that we don't want to include the unshaded parts. In this case, that's the sandbox. So I'm going to take that entire rectangle and subtract out the area of the sandbox. So for both parts, the area is going to be found using length times width. They're both just rectangles. So I'm going to find the entire area, which is 80 times 45. The length and width of the entire shape is 80 and 45, or 3,600. That's the entire shape, including the sandbox, but I don't really want to include the sandbox. I'm trying to figure out all of this leftover part without the sandbox. So I have to subtract out whatever the area of the sandbox is, which is again still just length times width, but now it's 30 times 15, which gives me 450. I subtract those two, and that gives me the leftover part of 3,150. We're still talking about area, so that's feet squared. So I take the entire shape and I subtract out the parts that I don't want to include. I want to include everything else. This shaded part. Which is the entire thing minus the sandbox.